All right, here we go. Waking up in the dream. I'm author mentor Jeff Cloud, and I've been asked to share some things. I've received a lot of questions this week. There's been a lot coming up for people, and all these tools around waking up in the dream, and this entire journey of ours is solely about one or two things. That's raising our conscious awareness and understanding that we came here to be here at this specific time for this incredible shift. So what does raising our conscious awareness really mean? Everybody may agree that that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm doing it all the time. But it really comes down to questioning everything. Everything I say, everything anybody else says, anything you've ever been taught in school, religion, history, science. Hey, brother, great to see you. Must question everything. Must. Hey, Daryl, great to see you. All right, cool. Got some love on here already. So there's a couple things that I'm going to share, and at 9:44 a.m. I love it. I don't always look up at the clock, but when I do, it seems to have a cool little synchronistic message for me. And the more that we get excited about that, and the more that we realize that we truly are consciously creating our reality, everything begins to shift. After we do the inner healing and stop these automatic judgments, reactions, projections, talking about other people, talking about things we don't like. And, these are the tools to do it. It's super easy. I know some people might get triggered when they hear that, but if you were to take 30 or God forbid 60 days and start to catch and track every single judgment, every single less than thought, every single thing of lack, every single thought of frustration. And they're automatic, so don't beat yourself up about it. But the bottom line is, if you don't start catching these and learning from them and dismantling them, you're just going to keep attracting more of those same frequency timelines into your reality. Hey, Lisa, great to see you. Simply because we are super, super, super powerful, walking, talking, vibrating magnets in every moment. And here's the key, whether we realize it or not. And so this entire game is about seeing that everything out there, or most all of it, that we've been following or believing has been the journey of forgetting how incredibly powerful and keyword unlimited we are. And I know very few people that, hey dear, I know very few people that play with the word unlimited. And I invite you to write that down in capital letters and begin to sit with it. Say, do I even touch? Hey, gorgeous, great to see you. Do I even begin to think and question what I believe about myself, my self-worth, my ability to manifest, my abundance, what I've attracted into my reality up until this point? Because everything that you've attracted into your reality, you did it. Nobody did it to you, okay? These were parts of soul contracts, okay? Every single thing that's happened to you was part of your agreed upon soul contract. And if that triggers you, then look at it. Don't get mad at me, and you don't have to believe me. You can go, this guy's crazy. I'm going to scroll on to the next thing. I've spent my life researching this stuff, and it doesn't mean that anything that I have chosen to believe is right for you. However, there are some keys that will really, if you're open-minded, will get you to shift the way that you perceive the external reality, which I'm glad you did too. I'm glad you're here. I love you and your post and your heart. All of you guys and gals, you're amazing. We're all doing this together. All doing this together. And this is the greatest part. This is what's so great about Facebook. I love Facebook. Yeah, they set themselves up to track and distort and hide all this shit. It's part of the game. Play it. Don't get upset. I know I do. I get triggered too. But the bottom line is, let's talk about projection. Oh, let's go back to unlimited for just a second. In the morning, or whenever you do a meditation, or when you're out in nature and you're just sitting and going, okay, right now, I have nothing else really going on. I'm super blessed right now to understand that I'm present, my needs are taken care of, and I can just drop into this moment right now of presence. Go, wow, what a trip this journey is. Wow, look how many amazing things I can find in the external nature, waterfalls, plants, butterflies, dragonflies, water buffalo, wild jungle doggies, music, art, all these different flavors of food and drink and healthy stuff. And it's like, it's so incredible. Unless your programming is still running, I'm a judgeaholic like I was. I don't really like myself because I still blame myself for things that I did years ago. I'm upset at what I see out there in the world. And I understand that perfectly. It's a mirror. But here's the key. Projecting what we don't like that we see out there, talking about it, talking about other people, judging other people, calling them sheeple. I used to do this stuff, you know. You're just showing that you're not awake and you're not aware. And that's the key. Don't beat yourself up about it. Catch the triggers. That's what this whole process is about. Catching the triggers, writing them down on this simple sheet every night. It's so freaking easy. Even children can do it, and they do it. But you must go, okay, there might be something to what this guy's saying, and what do I got to lose? 30, 60 days of practice? I mean, come on, people. You went to school for 12 to 16 to 20 years to pay to get into the club, and then many people, you know, giving up the best 65 years of their life so then they can become retired. That's a spell word, retired, and then begin to live your life. We're on a whole new different thing. Hey, Tina, great to see you. Love you. So you can see people are waking up, okay? You can see that it's not comfortable. You can see that the most hideous, awful, horrible, inverted, diabolical stuff has been done to us, all right? So now that we can see that, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to fight it? No. You're going to unplug. Now, this doesn't mean don't take action. Like I'm a big fan of Underground Railroad, the people that are going in and, you know, eliminating the pedophiles and saving the children from all the adrenochrome harvest, all this stuff, okay? You got to be willing to look at it. If you're thinking people are crazy because they're telling you that all the people in high-level government are involved in human trafficking and you think they're crazy, you're in denial. You're in denial. There's so much evidence everywhere, and that reminds me, there's a link to my website if anybody's interested in the tools for inner healing, permanent and lasting subconscious repatterning, which changes your whole reality. Why wouldn't you want to do it? It's easy. I'm telling you, it's easy. Yeah, you're a rock star. Tina's one of the reasons why my book's out, because she supported me in the beginning when I never planned on writing a book ever. And she really helped me out. So big, big love to her. Hey, Bridget, great to see you. So let's talk about projecting and what it does. If you're going to take action and sign a petition or do any of these things that you believe will create positive change by saying no, I will not submit and consent to that ever again. Never. I won't do it. And anybody that's paying attention to this is already there, so high five. And some people might have never seen me before, so welcome. I invite you to just see what resonates, you know? I'm not projecting anything onto anybody. I'm sharing the tools that work for me, my clients, and the stuff that I've learned from my mentors over the past 30 plus years. And all I can tell you is the stuff works. And if it wasn't for these tools, I wouldn't even be here anymore. I would have checked out a long time ago because I had some deep wounds and programs, but they were all part of my soul contract. If you can be open to that, whatever you don't like, my father raped me. My mom was an alcoholic. She used to beat me. I got tortured by my boyfriend and locked up in a basement for 3 years. These are clients that I've worked with. And this is stuff that's happened to me. And so you either carry that for the rest of your life and you blame those people and you're not able to forgive, and therefore your magnet is set to the lowest frequency of shame, guilt, hatred, anger, lack of forgiveness. So what does a magnet do? It attracts more like relationships, more like scenarios, more like frequencies, more like lack, more like judgment. You just start seeing it everywhere. And I wrote a whole chapter on judgment because I was a judgeaholic, big time. I thought that's how we fixed everything, by pointing out everything that's wrong. I was taught that in private Catholic schools where the nuns were angry and pissed off every single day. And even in second grade as a little boy, I was like, something's really off here. Something's really off. They're talking about love, but everything is judgment, and you'll be lucky if you get into heaven. What a bunch of horse shit. And if that triggers you, I don't even know what to say. You'll be lucky if you get into heaven on Judgment Day. You're going to be judged. You're going to be judged. You're being judged. What a fucking program. Can I say that on here? So yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for receiving me. I'm just, this stuff burns in my veins every day. I didn't plan on doing this. I'm happy being out with the wild jungle dogs and playing music. But once I saw that my belief system wasn't even mine, and that everybody else's belief system wasn't even their own, but they're automatically reacting to every single thing that the 3D matrix throws at them that's perfectly set up to get you to be at odds with the other person. Republican versus Democrat, white lives matter. But everything is set up for you to judge everybody and keep your frequency low. Every single thing, every single movie. I was watching a Disney movie last night, which is probably one of the most evil companies on the planet. And it was done really well. There were some funny moments, it was great special effects, but the programming is dark. It's freaking dark, man. And I couldn't make it through it. And the actor and the actresses, I'm not going to name who they were because I don't want to get into that, but they're in the club, meaning you don't get to that level of multi-millionaire, billionaire, winning your Oscars and all this stuff without being in the club. I have a friend that knew Jerry B., who's a very, very huge producer in Hollywood. And my friend used to be invited to parties, and they're not good parties. And she was told by this super big shot, powerful dude that they make you or they break you, and you either join the club or you don't get anywhere. So I'm not saying everybody's in. I'm just saying the programming's deep, and we must take the perspective as we move through our moment-to-moment realities of, here's a really powerful one. Use this mantra everywhere you go. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting is 100% neutral. It's 0 point. It's non-judgmental. So in the beginning, you might want to judge and go, ugh. Just teach yourself, train yourself to catch those triggers. Catch those triggers. Get the book. Get the course. It's under $100. Come on. I can always use a little bit of support, myself and the wild jungle doggies, but we're not talking about a fortune here. Even the course is like dinner and a movie on a Friday night. Go through this course. I have a whole private group on Facebook where you can come and ask questions. I have a Facebook channel or a YouTube channel where I've got hundreds of hours where I take people through the process, and I don't hold anything back. There's 3 pieces to the journey. Snapshot this if you'd like, but this is it. Inner healing, you have to do it, because if you don't, You're going to keep attracting the same things. You're going to keep magnetizing in to your reality whatever you haven't healed, whatever you still judge, whoever you haven't forgiven. This is simple, but this is the one that many people shy away from. 15 people at 15:15 on the counter. I love it. Synchronicities everywhere. I wasn't even going to come on today because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm not really confident. I'm not really sure. And deep inside me, I'm just going, man, let's answer some of these questions that people showed up with today. Let's give some people some different perspectives of looking at things. Let's share some tools that truly, truly work, that aren't difficult. You don't have to struggle. There's no hard work. It's no pain, no gain. That's bullshit. Those are all 3D statements, and people believe them. So what does their subconscious do? It creates that for them in their reality. Life is hard. Money's difficult. The world's going to hell. Okay? Got to do the inner healing. Number 2, you got to dismantle your belief system. You must catch your triggers, because if you don't, you're not going to expand out of the 3D matrix. It's not possible. You must question everything. And the system is so easy if you're interested in doing it. And then you must begin to consciously and intentionally create your reality every single morning before those 50 to 80,000 thoughts start running. So you can snapshot this if you want. On a Mac, it's Shift Command 3. On a PC, it's maybe Option Command or Control Command, if you like. If not, you can come back and watch this later. But this stuff, you got to do this. And it's the 3 pieces. That's it. You do this in every single thing in your life. Reality, abundance, money, relationships will shift. And a big part of this really comes down to self-love. And that's something that a lot of people are not comfortable with, because we've been told, oh, it's egotistical if you love yourself. And there's all these inverted programs. For every truth, there's an inverted program, if not 1,000 of them, that the Dark Ones came up with. Awesome. Yeah, isn't that interesting? It's huge. The next one I always share is, what is the gift here? Anytime you have a judgment, a trigger, you feel fear, you feel doubt, you feel less than about yourself, you have a projection about somebody else, stop. Isn't that interesting? That brings you into conscious awareness. It stops the mind from running the emotional trigger of, these people always do that. Oh my God, they're always doing that. And yeah, and they're always, and my old boyfriend, he did it. It's endless. It's endless. So when you stop and you go, okay, that's interesting. Here's a trigger. What is the gift here? Now, what does that mean? Oh, it's not a gift. I've been abused. My father's... No, there's a gift. You chose this as part of your soul contract. So what are you going to do to turn around that which you chose, keyword, even if you don't remember, and you don't have to believe me, again, but I'll tell you what, this is your get out of hell free card. Nobody ever explained this to me. I'm not saying it wasn't out there, but I bought all the top books. Law of One, Think and Grow Rich, EFT Tapping for Money. Never worked for me. Healing books. Got some good stuff out of them, but they didn't teach me these 3 pieces. Nobody taught them to me. I don't know of another course that's teaching them, but I intend that they're out there. I know they're being taught in certain ways, but I'm all about the quickest and easiest and least painful way, because that's how my mind is set up to think. Nobody wants to be in pain. But these 3 pieces, if you're willing to do them, they'll completely change your life. Thank you, Darryl. It's amazing to work with you too. Yeah. So what is the gift here? What is the gift here doesn't mean I love what happened to me, or that my child died, or that my father raped me. No. How can I turn this around and use this part of my soul contract to help other people? To be compassionate, to be loving, to be understanding, to give people a hand up. This is the key moving forward. We're not going to be able to project any more of our shit if we're going to move out of 3D, period. So if you have any questions, this is a Q&A. I may have an answer that might shed some light. I may not. One of my mantras is also, here's another powerful 3-word one, I know nothing. That changed, all these changed my life. There's only about 5 of them, but if you start to put them into play, you're going to elevate your level of conscious awareness quickly. It's not going to take decades like it's taken to be programmed like this. You're going to do it quickly. Okay? I know nothing. That tells my ego, I don't know anything. I believe in love. I believe that I'm unlimited. That's about it. Those are the only 2 beliefs I ever kept. Because if I'm defending any of my beliefs, or I'm triggered by them, or I go into judgment, that's the 3D, that's the ego who's in fear and wants to be in a false sense of control. That's 3D, you're in 3D, you're not moving out. Yeah, you could be loving the next minute and move out, but if you want to move out permanently, you must undo these programs. And the great news, and who's not into great news? The great news is all the energies that are coming into the planet right now from the sun and the light codes and everything, things are starting to pop like popcorn. And this has been prophesied for thousands of years. So moving forward, everything that we see, think, and speak must be transmuted into love. That doesn't mean don't call out anything that's wrong or don't take action against it, but oftentimes unplugging will solve it. Now, that doesn't work for pedophilia. That's what the majority of people want to do. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to admit that all their Hollywood heroes are drinking the blood. They don't want to admit that. It's too much for them. They can't admit they've been lied to about everything. So they're going to stay stuck. God bless them. Just love on them. Smile at everybody. Judgment will keep you stuck in the 3D matrix forever, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. This particular incarnation is about healing, and it's not difficult. If you'd like some assistance, go to my website, reach out. You know, we might have some tears on a call. I have tears on calls with people all the time. And I'm usually the first one in tears because I can see when they tell me their story, I'm going to go right into it. And I know that they're ready to release it, and they're going to lose it. So, and that just touches my heart more than anything, because what a gift to be able to hold that space for somebody, that they trust you to be vulnerable enough to say, I'm in pain, or this happened to me. Makes me want to cry right now. And I'm ready to clear this. I'm ready to forgive. I'm ready to heal this. That's a rock star to me. I'll do anything. I'll throw them a love line. I'll give them a hug, whatever they need, because that's what we're here to do. Miranda's in the house. Miranda's an incredible friend of mine that you would love to know. And if you don't know her already, let's wish her all a big happy birthday, because her birthday was yesterday. And she's amazing. She's got an amazing trip coming up to Mount Shasta. I believe it's in May. And she's another incredibly mind-blowing, heart-centered, just fucking force of love and joy on the planet. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for being my friend, supporting me. Yeah. Anything less than love, here's another great mantra. Anything less than love is unacceptable. I won't allow it in my energy field. And when we begin to track, start catching those judgments and triggers. Because if you don't, here's what happens. Here's why people stay stuck in the repeating wounds. Here's exactly why, and it's not their fault. It's a brilliant system that they set up to keep us repeating these wounds, okay? So your belief system gets challenged. You get triggered. Something touches you on an unhealed wound. You get reminded of what your father did to you, or your boyfriend, or your mom, or your whatever. Okay? So what happens in that moment? You have an emotional reaction. It's a feeling in your body. It's energetic. It can hurt. It can collapse your stomach. It can put you into fear. It can put you into anger. It can take you back to that moment. That makes you believe that it's real and it's happening again in that moment. That's where you must catch it and go, oh, I just got triggered. Click. Isn't that interesting? What is the gift here? What is this trying to show me and teach me again about me so I can clear this? Well, number one, here's a real easy one that a lot of people resist, but I'll tell you what, this will change your life. Is there anyone yet in your life that you haven't forgiven? Anybody? Your father, your mother, your boyfriend in third grade, the people that laughed at you, the people that teased you in grade school, your best friend that stole your boyfriend, or one of your best friends that stole $20,000 from you. Have you been able to forgive them? Because if you can't, you are holding the frequency. I don't mean to point. Whatever. I'm animated. Fuck it. I gotta roll, you know? So when you ask the question, is there anybody that I still need to forgive? The beauty of it is you won't have to think through millions of thoughts. It'll just come right up. It'll come right up because it's a frequency that we're holding. So I invite you gently, if there's anybody that you still haven't forgiven, to do a ceremony. Whether they're still living or not, you could write them a letter. You don't have to send it to them. You can just burn it, do a nice ceremony, and clear your heart, clear your soul, shed some tears, get out the anger, whatever you need to do. And if you need to get out some anger, the safest way to do it is to kneel down in front of your mattress, if you can, or a recliner chair, something that's soft, and stack some pillows and pound with your forearms. Pound it out. Get that energy out. That way you're not hurting anybody. You're not projecting it on anybody else. And you're fully accepting 100% responsibility for what you're doing and what you're clearing. And you're owning that this was part of my soul contract. It must have been because it happened. And these are the keys, you know? So I love you too. Yeah, you guys keep me going because otherwise, I would have ended this a while ago. I'm like, oh, I always talk about the same stuff over and over, and I don't think anybody wants to hear it. But again, like I always say, I'm just talking to Jeff. I'm reminding Jeff. And I have so many people reach out to me. I don't say that I don't even know who a lot of these people are. I don't even know how they find me. And that's why I love Facebook. Because even people that aren't my friends see these posts. And so at the beginning of this, I was talking about, did I post my Telegram channel in here? I don't think I did. I'm going to post my Telegram channel in here really quick because for those of you, and this is going to go into one of the questions that came up for me this week a lot from people that I don't know that are in my spam folder. And I always check it out because, you know, a lot of the people in my spam folder that I don't know yet saw my lives and they end up going through the mentorship with me. But if I don't look in the spam folder, I don't find them because we weren't friends. So it's an interesting thing. But anyway, one of the questions people ask me this week is, you talk about all this light coming into the planet, but what's the proof? I don't see anything happening. If you don't see anything happening, you're not doing any research. And I don't know what you're following, but it must be the television. On my Telegram channel here, there's thousands of hours of research stuff. Use your own discernment. You may like some of it, you may not. But I don't post things that don't have some proof behind them. Sometimes I post a what if, but there's a lot of stuff happening. Many people have been arrested. Many people have been taken out. There's many clones. I know it's crazy. I know it's freaking crazy. But if it's on the news, here's your key, okay? This is obvious 101, but for those that don't know it, if somebody on the news is saying that somebody's bad, you know they're good. They're working for the light, okay? I'm not going to go into the political stuff that's happening with Putin or anything else, but the people that they hate, are the people working for the light, okay? Okay? Clue 101. Okay? So on my Telegram channel, if you'd like to see the people that are being taken down, the underground dumbs that are being cleared out from the cloning facilities and the human trafficking facilities that run all underneath the US and all these other countries, if you're not aware of what's going on, doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But if you don't want to know what's going on because you're unwilling to look at it, that's not a good thing, because that means that you're in denial and you're not feeling empowered enough to know that you came here to be part of the change right now. So it doesn't mean you have to jump all up and down that children are being sacrificed for their blood or whatever, but don't deny it. These are people's children, okay? Over 800,000 children go missing. Where do they go? They're just missing. This is the US alone, 800,000. Well, it hasn't happened to me yet, so I just think that's crazy. No, it's not crazy. It's happening every day, okay? And as soon as more people get on board, and it's happening, this stuff's going to be exposed. It already is. Yeah, lamestream media is... There are a lot of good people out there like you. I love your posts too. Tina's another great person to follow. And I'm not into the word follow. I don't want followers. I'm into equal kicking ass, lifting each other up, joining together, and creating these newer timelines that are already here. It's just that there's so much distraction right now that it makes a lot of people feel like they've got to pay attention to this because the next false flag's coming up every day. If it's not a balloon, it's a frickin', I can't even keep up. It's the 19th jibby jab. It's the next thing to be afraid of. It's all fear-based. It's the same playbook over and over and over. So when you can go, isn't that interesting? That's interesting. Wow. That's the same exact thing that they did in the late 1800s. That's the same exact thing they did in the 1940s. That's, you don't need to know all these dates. You can see what's going on here, people. Okay? So, anyway, I don't know what else to share. Anybody have? Okay. So one person asked, I don't see anything happening. So I kindly and gently referred them to my Telegram channel if they want to do the research. Many people just don't want to take the time. All they want to do is feel good and ignore and deny anything that makes them feel bad. That'll keep you stuck in 3D forever. That's not what you're here to do. You're here to remember how frickin' powerful and unlimited, keyword unlimited, you are. And that means being in your heart. Being in your heart. Smiling at everybody. I do this thing, and not because I'm so great, because I live in Thailand and I speak very little Thai even after 6 years. So where I live, it's all mostly Thai people. And I'm the white guy riding around with a dog on my bike or whatever. And many, many, many of these people are still wearing masks. They're still in fear. They still believe the television, although huge thing happened in Thailand over the past couple weeks. I thought Thailand would be one of the last places to wake up, only because they're such heart-centered people. There's a Buddha temple on every corner. It's incredible here. If you ever get a chance to come over. It's amazing. And it's like 1/10 the cost of living in the US, literally. At least 1/6 or 1/7. So what happened is this wonderful doctor that got kicked out of Thailand for exposing truth, imagine that. The royal princess is in a coma after her third jibby. Now, if this would have just been an ordinary person, like all the other Thai people that have died after getting it, and they lied on the death certificate, because do you know the hospitals get paid an extra, it's like $17,000 to $30,000 if they lie and they put that it was because of the flu or COVID? Yeah, it's nice, huh? So don't let this take you down. Just be aware, okay? So the good news, okay? So because this person, this beautiful princess, decided to take one for the team as part of her sole contract. Now people are paying attention. Now this doctor that got kicked out of Thailand got in touch with all the top people in the Thai government. Now they're the first country that's suing Pfizer for billions and trillions of dollars. And other countries are following suit. So it's going down. But anyway, back to my point about smiling at everybody. So when I'm riding by, I nod and smile at everybody because I live in this tiny little town called Doi Saket. And, you know, it's kind of the same people. There's that lady with her dogs, and there's, you know, the people, she's got 4 of her kids on a motor scooter and they're so cute. And, you know, there's the ice cream man who goes up to the, you know, it's great. And so I just smile at everybody. Why? Because I learned that when I do, they smile, and it happens really quick. I'm on my scooter going that way, they're coming the opposite way. And within a split second, when they see me smile, it immediately bypasses their head and goes right into their heart. Boom. That's the power of the heart. And this is it moving forward. And it doesn't mean take any abuse from anybody. You know, I'm never talking about that. I don't accept any abuse in my world at all. I don't have any. I don't attract that. And if I do, then I go, that's interesting. Why did I just attract that? What is the gift here? What is this trying to show me or teach me about something I may still be holding? This helps clear up stuff so frickin' quick. Yeah. So what a wonderful time to be alive. What a wonderful, wonderful time to be alive. And I'm just so grateful for this platform and everybody out there and everybody that shares these. If you feel anybody would benefit from this, please share it in some of your groups. I can't get to all of them. And it's interesting, when I share in groups, it doesn't seem like people see them a lot. But then again, people reach out and they go, oh, I saw your thing. And so it's getting out there. But I appreciate everybody that shares this because, you know, we're all waking up to higher levels of our love and our own unique magnificence. And you know, even when I look in the mirror and tell myself how magnificent I am, and I do this every day, and I invite all of you, this is the number one thing people avoid, is the mirror exercises, which are the part of this course. If you cannot look in the mirror and go, I love you, Jeff. Yeah, but you did all this stupid shit in high school and that. I love you. I love you. Yeah, but you did all these drugs and that. I love you. All that was part of my soul contract. If you're shaming yourself, it's just not going to work because you're going to keep attracting people in life and relationships that are going to mirror that. Why? Because you're a walking, talking, vibrating magnet in every moment. So self-love is the key, and it's not about ego. It must be done. It's the part. It's this part of inner healing. You know, you got to do this. Number one, inner healing must be completed in order to stop attracting light frequency timelines or relationships. It's not that difficult, people. Just got to finally decide I'm ready to do it. Yeah, if I'm going to shed some tears or clear some anger or forgive some people, I'm going to free myself. There's no getting around this, so let's do it together. There's plenty of people out there, you know, offering play shops and things to move through this stuff very quickly, you know. If I resonate with you, feel free to reach out. If you feel safer with a woman or whatever, you know, do it. But do it. Because you can see what's going on. Anybody that's been on this transmission for 38 minutes can see that everything's shifting. Everything is based on frequency of our thoughts, our words, our beliefs, our imagination, and then the frequency and vibration that we put behind that. That's it. That's it. We've been hearing about it for decades, and now we've been able to play with it and practice it and fall back and step forward and go, oh, you know, and go, oh, wow. I guess this law of attraction really is LAW. It's a law. It's not the possibility of attraction or the maybe of attraction. It's a law. And how cool is that? That if you understand the law and you understand how to use your words, your imagination, your thoughts, and your beliefs, and you do that first thing every morning. I create my day first thing every morning before I even lift my head off the pillow. Why? Because if I don't, my mind's going to go into, I got to get up, I got to get in the shower, I got to take care of the dogs, I got to check my messages, I got to check my email, I got to check my calendar, I got to call at 3 o'clock, I got to call at 5 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. And it's just going to run, back on the old automatic 50 to 80,000 thoughts. All that stuff's going to get done. But when I learn to wake up and go, oh, I love on every one of these trillions of cells in my body, every single one of my organs that's served me, every muscle, every bone, everything, my eyes, my brain, my ears, my nose, my taste buds that serve me in every moment unconditionally, and I'm loving on it. Guess what? Every single one of those trillions of cells in your body is consciously aware, and it's listening to that love and gratitude that you are pouring onto it every morning. So guess what that equals? That's healing. That's healing. And then when I go, today's another incredible day, the most incredible people show up in my life to play with, to journey with, to help the dogs with, to support with, to bless me with abundance, to create incredible things together with. I just attract nothing but good in my life, and it's already here now, And catch yourself if it goes, yeah, I'm in lack right now, or, I'm starting to run out of money. I know this one really well. I mean, this one has been programmed into us, the lack thing and the fake money thing for so long, you're going to feel it, but don't deny it. Go, okay, I'm feeling that. So that is my invitation. That's a low frequency thought or feeling. So what is the gift here? Isn't that interesting? I just caught it instead of pushing it away, distracting myself, scrolling more. No, I'm going to go into it and go, okay, I have a feeling about a little bit of fear around money because I might be running low, or my job's ending, or, I haven't had clients in a little while, or whatever. Then look at it and go, oh, isn't that interesting? What's the gift? It's got to be a gift. There's always a gift. There's always a gift. Even if your ego is pissed off and angry and cussing, and I do that once in a while. I never do it around other people. But sometimes I embarrass myself when I'm alone at how a little mosquito or the computer malfunctioning or something can just trigger me, It's okay, but I catch it, I own it, I honor my feelings, I don't project them onto other people, and I go, all right, dude, so, just goes to show you, little things can still trigger you. But I love you. I love you. And I see you showing up every day, no matter what. We're taught we need to be perfect. And it's just not even possible. I mean, we already are perfect, but in the 3D matrix of inverted rules and laws and projections, and it's a prison to attempt to be like that. Just be loving. Just be loving and playful like a little child. Children don't think about being perfect. They're in their imagination all the time before they get programmed in the school system, and all that gets stolen from them. So that's all changing now. This is going to be turned into a new teaching system for children. As soon as children learn what an emotion is, what an emotional trigger is, and how they create their reality consciously with their thoughts, their words, imagination, beliefs, and then their vibration, they don't need to go to school for 12 to 16 years ever again. That's the biggest racket ever. It's frickin' total programming. So you can get a job and get in the club and then work for 65 of the best years of your life? Come on. Hey, dear ones, scroll up. My Telegram is up. Only about 5 comments, okay? It's under Portal to Awakening with the little pyramid logo, and it says my Telegram channel. So yeah. So does anybody have? Oh, okay. So one other thing before I go, and if anybody has any questions, you may be going, well, I really want to ask a question. There's a lot of people thinking the same thing, and they don't really want to be the first one to ask. But this is really a safe space. So if you have a question, you can ask. So the other question I got was from somebody. I see you post about the light is already won. So where is proof And how much longer is it going to take? This is a really great question because so many people have it. Thank you, Andrea. And I spent some time with this one this morning because if I'm going to come on here and share anything, I intend that it's valuable, not just my opinion. I mean, something that's had some thought put into, you know? So here's the best answer. How long is it going to take? As long as you're waiting for the change out there to shift, it's going to be a long time. You know why that is? Because you're still running and believing the same 3D programs, and you're not accepting the invitation to change inside. And only when you change inside will that be reflected to you in the external mirror of timelines that are already here. There is no future. Everything's already here now. And I know that's a trippy concept to play with, keyword play. So again, the question was, I hear you talk about love and light and that the light is already won and 5D Earth is already here. How much longer is it going to take? I would look in the mirror and ask yourself that. Boom. Perfect answer, Christy. Yeah. When you begin to be really clear about what you allow yourself to speak about, think about, focus on, give your attention to, or get distracted by, and you begin to really track that, and that's why this process is so freaking simple. Man, it's all right here. You just fill this stuff out. It takes you 5 minutes at night. How many triggers did I catch? Did I do my morning? Did I create my day before I got out of bed? Did I track all my judgments, triggers, and low vibrational thoughts? Emotions, shame, guilt, unworthiness, lack of forgiveness? Did I do daily mirror gazing? Fuck, it's just so simple. I mean, I'm all about simple. Yeah. How much longer will you take before you are ready to understand that you're creating all of it? Yeah, so that's my 3.5 cents on that, which is only worth about 0.001 of a cent in the United States, but still, take it to the bank. So, okay. All right, well, I guess I'm going to go. I intend that, first of all, thank you for the 16 or 17 or 18 people that have stayed on here this long. You assist with giving me energy to do this, because I'm going to be careful how I say this. I'll say it the 3D way first. It's not always easy to do this, but I'm driven to do it because of the messages I receive from people like, I'm so glad I saw your live or your posts. Everybody around me is all asleep, and my family, they all think I'm crazy. And I'm like, okay, just know this. If you think that the majority of people around you are still asleep or whatever, you're there specifically for a purpose to hold a higher frequency. This is not ego. I'm above these people. We're not above anybody. We're holding space for everybody that is our mirror. And they are our greatest teachers because they show us whether we're sending them love or whether we're still judging them, not forgiving them, calling them stupid, calling them asleep. We've all done it, okay? So don't beat yourself up. But starting today, you could begin using these tools. And if this interests you, the book's on sale for half price. The digital online course with lifetime access, which includes the book, the tracking sheet, and over 4 hours of PowerPoint trainings that shows you what the ego does, why it reacts, why it does what it does. And that's $200 off. So for $97, you can get the whole course. You can support me and the Wild Jungle Doggies. And I'm telling you what, you couldn't buy more with $97 on any planet that I know of. That may sound egotistical. It's just that I spent over $100,000 and over 30 plus years learning how to simplify these three pieces. And if you spend 30 to 60 days and you resonate with what I'm saying, every single thing in your life and reality will change, because the way that you see the way the program's running will change. And the other thing I invite you to do is to name your ego. You're welcome. For those of you that don't know, I named my ego Larry. Larry was the judge, the fear-based dude, the less than. He held the shame, the guilt, all that stuff. Yeah. So name your ego. You're not going to be at war with your ego. You're just going to make friends with your ego. Thank you for that. I received that fully in my heart. Makes it all worth, I woke up. Well, Rory's with me, the dog that got 2 broken legs, and I'm still taking care of him because I'm not just going to dump him back in the street. So I did a live yesterday in the area to find a really wonderful home for him, because I just can't keep all these dogs. I've got 100 to 200 dogs I'm playing with and assisting every week. And we love each other deeply, but I can't keep dogs at my house. Luna can come and go, which is great because she has 2 different places to live and she loves them both. But, it's really key. So I kind of lost my train of thought there, but make friends with your ego. Do it. And notice it when it pops up and it wants to be in control and it wants to be right. You can feel that. It feels like this. It's not love. It's all in the head. Those are the triggers to catch and run the process. Okay, I just got triggered. What is this trying to show me or teach me? What is the gift here? It'll change your life. So anyway, let me post in the link for that. Here's the link to the website if anybody wants to grab the book for half price or the digital online course for $200 off. I mean, yeah, I spent literally over $100,000 and I never had a lot of money. My money program was really fear-based because my dad died when I was young and my mom did a wonderful job, but she didn't have a lot of money, and my uncle had 8 kids, and money was just drilled into me that it's difficult to come by, especially in the Catholic Church. But they want you to give a lot to a God that's nailed to a cross. Yeah, that they crucified. Nice, huh? That's a story for another day, and I don't get into that because there's no win on that. But anyway, there's the link to the website, and I greatly appreciate all contributions. Oh, if you'd like to donate, you can donate as well, because I asked this last time and I was like, I don't know if I want to ask, but you know what? A couple of people donated out of gratitude, and I was able to go parlay those beautiful donations into saving 4 more dogs. And I got to go back today and give some medicine to some new dogs I just found yesterday they trapped a snake at this crematorium. And thank you, Christy. Yeah. Well, I just believe in abundance, so sometimes asking feels a little bit weird to me. I still have programs of ownership, doing it on my own, not needing to ask for help. But yeah. So anyway, these 2 beautiful dogs, they had trapped this beautiful little green snake. I don't know if it was poisonous or not. He had like these black ridges on his head. I'd never seen one before, but it looked like a little garden snake. And the one dog that looked like a husky, he was actually fast and he got the snake. And I yelled and he dropped it. And so anyway, to make a long story short, the snake got away and he climbed vertically up this pole. I watched him do it straight up. Like, that was all he needed. And he got away. But I gave one of the dogs medicine and the other dog spit it out and wouldn't eat it. So today I need to go back with a can of dog food, put the medicine in the food. It's an easy thing, but all this stuff requires, donations. And I'm spending money every single day, every month, every week, and I love it. I mean, come on. To watch these dogs put their trust in me and make these friendships is like, it's unbelievable because it's luck of the draw for them. Some are just born in the wild and all they do is survive every night. I got dogs running through my yard every night because there's from 7 p.m. until 5 a.m. in the morning, there's 25 to 200 dogs just in a 1 to 2 block area. And they're running through the field behind my house because it's the crossway between the two streets, and they're looking for food and survival. And it's kind of luck of the draw for them. So anyway, if anybody would like to donate, thank you very much. Thanks for hanging in this long, and thanks to everybody that shares. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you're interested in doing the mentorship with me, go to the website, and there's a link there to fill out the little questionnaire, and I'll get on a call with you for nothing. No expectations. I only journey with 4 people a month because that's all I can do, because it's, I'm on it. I'm in contact with them, supporting them a lot, and I love it because it's great and it works. So big love to everybody, and stay excited. That's a key word. I would write that word along with unlimited in capital letters. Stay excited, because that is the frequency that magnetizes all you desire into your reality. Little kids are always excited, and they're always in their imagination with 0 limitations. Big love to everybody. Yeah, be well.